Hey. Hello. Welcome. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Think? Maybe? Potentially? Or maybe back. Are we back, everybody? Are we live? I don't know. It looks like we are.
is first to the stream.
All right, perfect. Well, that was exciting stuff.
VRTA_animator is second to the stream.
Well, let's give this a shot. Let's see what happens.
Galaxy 3004 is third to the stream.
Sir Bot, I am so sorry. I am so sorry that you just got those. But don't worry, we're gonna see. Let's see what we can get going on here. Okay. Pull that up just so I can make sure that monitor is working. Okay, we're still good there. Let's see here. What the?
Axel_Benedict is ready to spin the Steam prize wheel.
Axel, we are definitely gonna do that as soon as I can get things back up and going. Oh, this is fantastic, everybody. This is absolutely fantastic. I was like, you know what? If we were like an hour or so into the stream, maybe I would have been more tempted to be like, you know what? I was going to do a short stream tonight anyway. I might as well just let it do its thing, right? But no, we were only like 20 minutes into the stream and we are not ending it there. So let me get this pulled up. Let me, okay, we're going to do that. You are set to 20. Okay, so we got the music back. Music's coming back, everybody. We should be good to go there. Let's see here. Okay, so the music's back. Let's get everything else pulled up. We need... what all do we need? We need GitHub. And we need subscriber pet project. Come over here. And let's get that pulled up. Because hopefully...
The Inkwell says, never underestimate the stubbornness of Moonwood. Also, the drinks were too powerful.
Exactly. Yeah, the drinks were way too powerful. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Literally, I'm like sitting here just so excited about the drinks, like just drooling over them, and then all of a sudden just gone. The computer was gone, and it was an absolute tragic time. Okay, well, before stream died and I won for it. Let's see. Okay, all right. You know what? We're actually we're just gonna do this. We're just to keep things simple so we can move on quickly. I'm just gonna come over here to downloads. We're gonna go to PNG Tuber, and we're just gonna pull up Mooney-chan, and we're just gonna turn off everything else that's not Mooney-chan. So if it's not Mooney-chan, we're just gonna turn it all off. So come over here, and we're just gonna set you to Mooney-chan, which is Moon-chan, but it's what I changed.
Animator just summoned Eclipse-chan.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I'm not turning all of them on again. Seems to still be running start anyway. Yes. But don't worry, I will give you your points back. Let's come over here, manage rewards, and we're gonna do... Yeah, first of all, I don't even have the software up and running that is even capable of turning, like, working. So, let's come over here. We're going to... No? What do you mean Leroy and board's still already running? Let's turn all those off. There we go. Okay, so that should be good there. Then we come over here, and we are going to... let's do manage request. No, review request. There we go. I'm guessing... Oh, Autumn. I appreciate that. I was like, I'm guessing someone else, one of my absolutely fantastic mods, has gotten in there and already taken care of that. So thank you. I do appreciate that. Also, it says the bitrate is very unstable, so that's not good. Let me know if things look or sound bad. I'm hoping that it's not too bad, but who knows? We will see. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so that's back up. Yeah. No Chan for you. No Chan for you. Absolutely not. Absolutely no Chan. Okay, so then we come over here. Let us get the chats pulled back up. YouTube, sign in with Google. Okay, so that should be good. Okay. Get our music back. We have at least Moon-chan. We have chickens. I think we should be basically back. And everybody, let's just cross our fingers the computer does. On the bright side, though, that is the first time that has actually crashed during the stream. So there is that, because usually, as long as I can at least get the stream started, for some reason, it just... Like, my computer was, even at its peak of terribleness, so long as I was at least doing something on the computer, it usually didn't have that bad of a time. But then for some reason, like, as soon as I started closing things out, then it would have issues. Unless, of course, it had issues from the very, very beginning, then it would have weird issues. But anyway, yeah, that's the first time it's ever actually blue screened on stream. So, yay. Yay. Especially because I literally was like, I thought that everything was going to be fine. I was like, you know what? Actually, things are seeming better. Things are seeming better. I hadn't had a blue screen in a while. Let's actually get up, what is it? Let's get core temp up just really quickly. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Maybe that was the... What is happening? Why are my fans not spinning? Okay, yeah, that would be doing it. That would be doing it right there. Why are my fans not spinning? Okay, yeah, I don't know why, like, my CPU fan is, like, literally not even spinning right now. So this is just absorbing temperature. What are you doing with yourself, computer? All right, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I have not had overheating problems before, but for some reason now, recently, my CPU fans have just, like, decided to stop working, which is never good. Never a good time. I've got a fan. You can't see it, but I've got a fan right here. Show the fan! There we go. Now you can see the fan. I've got a fan right here. Let's see if that helps. Like, point that down on... That's not helping. That is not helping at all. Okay, well then, we're gonna open the computer. Let's see what happens. Wait. Nothing quite like having your CPU just cook alive. Let's take this. That. This, right? Okay, let's crank it up. Oh. Nope. Right. So dang. So dang. Man, fine. Hey, look at that! It's actually working! Kind of. One of the cores is still going crazy. But cores are slowly but surely getting out of the red and the yellow. I mean, one keeps going into the red. But look at that! It's slowly getting better. Slowly getting better. Wow, that actually worked. Okay, good times. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, all right, everybody. Yeah, good times. Good times. I guess it's a good thing that I just had a fan ready to go. The only thing that is saving this stream right now is OnlyFans. There we go. There's that. There's that. Okay, let's see. I think... Oh my gosh, that's actually working. I literally just... There's just a freaking fan. Oh my gosh. Look at it. Look at this jank. Look at this jank. You can't even see this jank. Hold up now. Hold up. Let me turn off the filter. Camera. Filters. We're just going to turn off the NVIDIA background removal. There we go. Also turn off the chroma key. Yeah, freaking... Look at this freaking jank, all right? I'm a professional, okay? I'm a professional right here. Yeah. Look at that right there. Just got a freaking fan blowing the computer. That's good times. That's good times right there. Yeah. If I can angle this thing correctly. There we go. Yeah, look at my freaking CPU. My CPU fan is just not spinning.
Some_falls_today says, lunar landing footage right here.
Exactly. That is some moon landing footage right there. I don't know what my CPU fan is doing. I don't know why it's not, like, turn on CPU fan. Why are you doing nothing? Yeah, it's only the cooler though. Like, every single other fan in the computer is spinning right now. So I don't know why it's not working. Not a clue. But yeah, like, there's freaking... I've got 3 case fans here on the side that should pump in cool air. and then I've got the CPU fan. I've got 2 fans on the CPU. So there's kind of like it kind of like breaks in the middle there. So I've got the one here on the outside that's not spinning. It's plugged in. I know that it 100% is. And then I've got one in the middle that's supposed to help push more of the air through. And then I've got the exhaust out the back. And those are all spinning. Those are all spinning just fine. But for some reason, oh, it's kind of kicking on. It's kind of kicking on for some reason. Now that we've finally cooled down, it's finally kicking on. Thank you, CPU fan. You're so great. So great, so glorious. You are the best thing in the world. Oy vey. Oy freaking vey. All right, well, let's get you back here. You back into your spot. Come on, fan. Or camera. You got this. You got this. Oy vey. Good times. Okay, well, this has been an absolutely fantastic stream so far. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, look at this. Like, literally, like, a quarter of my cores have hit 100C since booting up. Most have been, like, mid to upper 90s. Oh, boy. Okay, everybody. Let's get into some game dev stuff before, you know, the computer explodes or something. I really hope that I don't have to buy a new cooler, because I think I just need a new fan. I think that's all I need. I just need a new fan, because, like, the cooler should be fine. I just put this new cooler in, like, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, or something like that, because we were having issues. We're having issues with overheating because my liquid cooler was not, the pump was not pumping. And so the fans would kick on to cool the liquid, and then it wouldn't pump the cool liquid through. So, yay. Fan is not working. Yeah, it's not. It's absolutely tragic. I don't know why. I don't know why, but oh well. Anyway, as you can see here, though, it looks like things are finally cooling down. My guess is that it was because the CPU overheated, because for some reason the fan just didn't turn on. So I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to look into what was going on there. Anyway, let's see here. Just make sure that I did not fall too far behind on chat. Okay, I have fallen very far behind on chat. Let's see, we're back. Oh, come on, I just got that. Second yet again, man. I was just going live myself. Got one. Oh, new rewards. Can't win normally anymore. I'm sorry, Axel. I'm sorry. But this time. Dropping by for my stream streak. Won't really be interacting today. No worries at all, Autumn. No worries at all. Let's see here. So you want to get some work done before calling it true? I do. Ahead of the time, I'll do my obligations. Never underestimate the stubbornness of Moonwood. Also, the drinks were too powerful. They were way too powerful. Stream died, and I won for it. Hello, everyone. My name is Autumn, and this is Moonwood Games. It has been Moonwood Games. It has been Moonwood Games. Anyway, welcome, Autumn. Glad to see you here. Let's see. Oh, man. No, we need them refunded. Rip. I like all the other chants. I know. I mean, now that I know it was most likely the CPU just overheating because for some reason the fan just wouldn't turn on. I think it's more time well spent doing actual game dev stuff. But don't worry, the Tuesday stream we will get things figured out and I'll have everything going again. You know, actually, I could be convinced. Wait, no chant. Yeah, no chant for you. No chant for you. You know, maybe I could be convinced to maybe stay for a while, mostly lurking. Though I'd need something. I don't care what to convince me. How about a Dr. Pepper? I'll give you a Dr. Pepper. And Adam also said you had no fans. That's true. You said I had no fans. You saw all the fans that I had. Insert another OnlyFans joke here for some reason. I don't know why. If Moon goes down, I'm live. True. That's true. If I go down, everyone go watch Cameron. Just in case you were wondering, I'm going to be a problem with a bunch of programs opened at once. Wait, it's going to be a problem with a bunch of programs opened at once. That is true. Yeah, the CPU will definitely get even worse when I had more stuff open. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why, because I had so much open. That would make a peak. LMAO. Lunar landing footage right there.
444 says, hi.
Hello, Jir. How you doing? Hopefully things are going well for you. Only the cooler too. Pour water on computer. It'll cool it. Trust. Is the room hot? The room's not super hot. It's probably like 74, 75 degrees in here. Like it's not that bad. Like I wouldn't say that it's like cold down here. It definitely gets cold in the wintertime though. In the wintertime, it'll probably be about 60 degrees down here. So yeah. Dance Game Devolution. Let's go. You can say your computer was not a fan. I could say the computer was not a fan. Lurk, Cameron is retreating to the recesses of the dungeon. All right, you owe me a Dr. Pepper. All right, I'll get you this one somehow, some way, somehow. Okay, everybody. Well, yeah, we're back. We're back, everybody. Thank freaking goodness. I do need to go in though, because I do have some issues now over on YouTube. Because with YouTube, you have to like schedule a stream and then go live on that stream. And then I had to then take down the other stream. So I am going to come in here. We are going to set this one. I'm just going to set it to private, I guess. Come in here. Public. We're just going to set that to
444 just summoned Moonchan.
Why is it not working? Why is that not working? Leoran board, why you no work? Okay, no. Open. Connect to OBS. Transmitter connected. Okay, maybe we can't have any nice things. We just can't have nice things, all right? That's all it's got to be. Look at this freaking right here. Main OBS, not connecting. Probably because it crashed. Oh! And then as soon as it connects, then it crashes. Yes, submit a crash report. Yes, please. Okay, maybe we can't have any nice things tonight, because as soon as it tries to connect, so when it's not connected, I get a bunch of error messages, and it just says the OBS is not connected. So I close it, and then I reopen it, and then as soon as it connects to Twitch, or to OBS, then it gives me a crash log.
Go into the Inkwell says, Pass 2 is complete. Is there a place in the Discord I can post a picture?
Absolutely. We've got ourselves a good eats right here. So if you want to post, would absolutely love to see it. Why am I disappearing? What is happening? Why does my hand disappear right there? I don't get that. I don't get it at all. The speed of my fan is going down. That's not good. Keep going, fan. I'm gonna need you for the whole stream. Is the background removal? Oh! That would do it. That would do it. There's my let's see, what is that? Oh, that's my that's the monitor right there. That's the back of the monitor. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, now we turn that on. Now I can point. Look at that, I can point again. Oh, we're off to such a great start, everybody. We are everything's just going fantastic. Beautiful stuff right here. Okay, holy smokes, this has been, oh my gosh. We're not able to save the video. Okay, cool, thank you. Thank you so much, YouTube. You're the best. You're the absolute best. Oh. Oh. Okay, you just look at corner. Yeah. I will definitely look at creator corner. Okay, general. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, we're gonna attempt again. We're going to attempt again to look at the drinks. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's good. We're all right. Oh my goodness. I am so jealous of basically every single row here. I'm jealous of this. Yeah, basically that entire thing right there. And then the freaking door. Oh my. Got some liquid death. I'm so on the liquid death. But everything else though, oh my gosh. See, now that is a fridge right there. That is a fridge to write home about. That is beautiful. Stream tonight, I hope no further computer problems. Well, I mean, yes, Ink, there is a stream tonight. And we've had some computer problems. But on the bright side, though, I was worried that it was the same. But this is a new thing. This is a new thing right here. This is not the same thing that it's been before. So hopefully that means that it's not still the same issues we were having before with the computer. We'll find out. I just need to find out what's going on with the fan in the computer. I have no freaking idea what's going on there. Let's see here. Okay, coming down here. I have arrived. What the? It's even an upside down logo of mine.
Go into the Inkwell says, it's always something, huh?
It is always something. It is always something in Philadelphia. The drinks are too powerful. Okay, all right, scrammed or not. Okay, we got through there. Cool. All right, so we're good there. Creator Corner, let's go take a look over here. Creator Corner, what do we got here? I don't see what's in Creator Corner. If you post something in Creator Corner, let me know, but I don't see anything in Creator Corner aside from this live here from Axel. But if there's something more that you're meaning to post, Or was it community projects? Is that what you were talking about? Oh, there we go. Now I got some stuff here. Word fight game. Finally get in my game. Hey, that is fantastic. Congratulations on getting out on Git. That is beautiful stuff. I love that. I love it. My computer right now. Not too bad, not too bad. Hello there, I'm Sophia from Amazon's recruitment division. You better say yes. You better say yes. Uncle's on his way. Hi, I'm Sophia, representing the Amazon staffing office. And somebody laughed at an image. I don't know who it is, but they laughed at an image. I like it. I like it. Beautiful stuff, Cameron. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Okay. I think we're caught up there. I think we should be good. I hope we're good. You might have to pull out the whip for that fan. I know, right? I probably have to. Professional streamer. Hashtag professional streamer. I very much so am. Now, I was on Good Eats, and I didn't take a look yet, so we do need to take a look over here at Ink's food. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That actually looks pretty good. That looks pretty good right there. Is this some kind of breading on the noodles? Or is this like the homemade sauce? It does look really good, though. I'm not that hungry right now, and that looks really good. Oh my gosh, I almost died from that Dr. Pepper. Woo! I don't know how, but a liquid almost choked me out. Oh my gosh. Oh, that went down the wrong pipe. Ooh, okay. My code there in my Emacs. Yeah, and I saw it. It looks good. By the way, if y'all aren't ready in the Discord, y'all should join. That's true. You should join if you're not. He can just send me $10K, I suppose. Don't actually think that's possible, annoyingly. Wait, don't worry, champ. Just send me 10K mana and I'll forgive you. Maybe one of these days they'll introduce something where I can just give mana. As of right now, though, it is not possible. Okay, that went down a little bit better. Still a little bit rough, but a little bit better. I made slow cooker butter chicken before. That sounds really good, too. And you're just making me hungry, and I'm not even hungry, but you're making me hungry. Oh, let's see here. Over on YouTube, we got, have you been thinking on growing a beard? Because it will look so cool on you. Well, I have not actually thought about growing a beard. Mostly because I cannot grow a beard. Even if I go about, I could probably not shave for about 2 weeks, and I would maybe have just like the slightest bit of stubble. Like it's not good. Like if I go about, because like this, I have not shaved in 3 days. Maybe it's 2. I don't think I've shaved in 2 days, and this is what I got. This is what I got right here. Like it's not much. It's not much. Not that really helps because my camera's just blurry. Anyway, yeah. So I cannot grow facial hair to save my freaking life. And I thought for sure by now, at this point in my life where I'm like almost 35 years old, I would have thought for sure by now I would have started growing like proper facial hair. Nope. No. But don't worry, maybe one of these days, maybe when I'm 45, I'll be able to grow facial hair. Who knows? Who knows? I might also just be dead by then, and then we'll just call it good. We'll say, you know what? I lived a good life. This is not Beardwood Games. That's true. But if I ever were able to grow a good beard, maybe I would change to Beardwood Games. Turned out really good, too. I hope so, because it looks fantastic. So I would assume that it also tastes just as good, too. He's a wood, not a bush. Exactly. I'm wood, not bush. That is a great way to say that. Anywho, well, doing game dev stuff now with the like little bit of time that we have left before my brain's just gonna go out because I'm exhausted. Yes, so last stream we were working on getting the status effects in here, and I know what some of you are gonna say. I know what Loki's gonna say. But I promise, this is not going to be too crazy of a system because we basically have the whole thing in here and working as it is already. So if we come over here and we go to Documents and we go to GitHub, and so long as this thing does not crash again, Tomb of Vercilias, and let's get that pulled up right here. There we go. So we're working on getting all this fun stuff added and going. So if we pull this up, though, we should have it basically all the way there. So if we come over here to play games, start a game, there we go. And we're just going to pick a, why is that not full screened? Why is that not full screened? Here we go. Fantastic. Okay, and then we just let's just pick Jerry's Radiant Ruby, and as you can see right here, I then auto get this status, and I have now added the condition right here. So a toxin courses through your veins, which, if left untreated, could leave you on the verge of death, because it will not actually kill you, it just damages you. So So yeah, so I've got that in there. I've got a whole countdown working now as well. So as long as you're hovering over, you can see exactly how much time you have left. I was gonna break it up into like minutes and seconds, and I was like, we'll just go by seconds. Seconds is fine. It should work just as well. So anyway, and all of that should work just fine. So if you hover over, I don't know. Okay, I don't know why I can't hover over that anymore. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I don't know why that broke it, but it did break it for some reason. Anyway, so if I go over here and then yes, we're good to go there. So yeah, so we got the description, we've got the time left, and then it shows that it can be treated with an antidote and that you will lose 5% HP every 30 seconds. So yes, that's what we got going on right there. And then I've also added, you may notice a new item here in your inventory. We now have the crude antidote. So it's a small glass bottle filled with a viscous liquid capable of flushing the body of toxins. Heals poison, effect 25% faster. So as you can see right here, we've got 50 seconds remaining. So if I were to consume that, it will then go down, and we now have 17 seconds remaining. If I take another one again, should then get rid of it entirely. And there we go. We've now completely. So I'm trying to decide if we're going to show total amount of time or like what. Yeah, I'm trying to decide exactly how we're going to show, because it's 25%. It removes 25% of the time from like the maximum amount of time. So say for example, if you're going to be poisoned for 4 minutes, it would remove an entire minute off of that poison status, regardless of how much poison you have left. So if you if you're poisoned for 4 minutes and you've been poisoned, excuse me, for 3.5 of those minutes, or for like 2.5 of those minutes, and then you take one of the antidotes, you would then have 30 seconds left. But if you've been poisoned for like 3 minutes and 1 second, it would then just completely remove the status effect.
Says, now that you have that all sorted, hopefully, what's the plan for the stream?
Well, yeah, I'm hoping that everything is sorted now. Yeah, so basically the plan, the idea for the stream is I need to get a couple more of the antidotes created. So we have a handful of antidotes, and I just need to get the rest of them created. We come over here, we've got the, let's see, those are the monsters, those are the items. Yes, so here's the items we have. So crude potion we should have in the game, and that one should be working well enough as of right now. And then we just need to get refined potion and flawless potion. Flawless antidote, sorry. And then so basically the difference is the crude will it will recover 25%, and then the refined will recover 50%, and then flawless will just recover it regardless of how much time is left on there. So if you've been like triple poisoned and you have a 15-minute poison timer, you could take the flawless antidote and you'll be good to go. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I want to get the rest of the antidotes in here. So perk tweaking then. I mean, kind of. So these ones aren't perks. So these ones are actually, these are actual, wait, sorry. I just realized you couldn't even see my screen that I'm showing. I have a spreadsheet here showing the items. Anyway, yeah, so these are consumable items versus yeah, so these are basically going to be things that are showing up here. So these are one-time consumable items that we'll be able to use. Eventually we will add perks. We will add perks that will have an effect on the poison stuff. So they will also be perks that will reduce the amount of poison time you have. There will be perks that will make it less likely for you to be poisoned and all that fun stuff. So there will eventually be perks that we add that relate to the poison. But for now, we're just working on the consumables that will be able to heal the poisoning effects. Yeah, so that's kind of what we got going on right now. Is I just want to make sure that we get everything done with the poison effects and all that fun stuff. So yeah, so as of right now, again, I just get auto added. All that stuff is good to go there, and I can just come over here. We've got 3 antidotes, so if I just come over here and go bloop, there you go, and another one, bloop, and another one, bloop. There we go. Now I've only got 18 seconds left. So yeah, it's good times. Okay, well, yeah. So let's get the other antidotes in here and good to go. Oh, we also need to check and make sure, why did the other thing here break? So these are the item tooltips. Then we got this guy right here, the perk tooltips. Why is perk tooltips not working? I don't know. Slot picked up equals 0. If slot picked up equals 0. If slot picked up equals 0. Huh. But you are actually... Huh. So item tooltips. What's going on? What is... I don't even know what's going on there. I'm not even quite sure what all of this is. It's a room slot. 1, 2. These are the item tooltips. Huh. Very, very interesting. Anyway, let's see here. Getting caught up on everything here. My code there at Emacs made slow cooker butter chicken before, which sounds absolutely fantastic. Glad at least one of the commands I made a while ago is being used regularly. That's true, yeah. Discord, wishlist, and lurk still get used pretty heavily. Is anything in off topic? I might be able to take a look on the stream potentially later. We will take a look later. Turned out really good too. This is not Beardwood Games. He's a wood, not a bush. Curious if you had tried clicking on multiple perks at once. They linger a bit longer, so wondering. Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean clicking on multiple perks at once? Oh, you mean like when choosing a perk, if I can like somehow get a second perk. I think we should be good. Okay, yeah. So I sorry, with things like that, it's actually stuff that I don't usually actually consider. So I must have considered that at one point in time and made it so you can only select one. So, but I do appreciate you pointing that out, because knowing my luck, I wouldn't have thought about that, and I would have left that in the game, and people would have just been able to you know, use that or use and abuse it and be able to get multiple perks in one sitting, which I guess isn't like the end of the world, but also wouldn't be great. Anyway. Okay, let's see here. Okay, then, let's see. We got a first-time chatter from Div Can Code. Well, first of all, welcome. Glad to see you here. It says, hey, I'm curious to know, how do you research for something when you don't know how to even start? For example, building your own Lisp. What things you will Google first? Also, do you directly see other people code and read that, reverse engineer that, then build intuition? Well, those are some fantastic questions. If I'm not quite sure what I'm asking, usually what I will do is I will just go to Google and I will try to explain it the absolute best I possibly can. And then I will just go through forums and see what other people are asking about that hopefully is related to what I'm asking about. And hopefully, fingers crossed, someone will explain it in the correct terms, which I can then take and then go and actually look it up with those terms. So, yeah, that's kind of like in general what I will do is, yeah, if I'm not quite sure where to start on the research, is I will just throw just whatever words come to mind into Google and just be like, here's what I'm generally trying to do. And like, it will in general figure out what I'm asking and then point me towards like different forums and things like that I can go to. Worst case scenario is there should be a forum for basically everything possible. And so if you were just look up, like whether it's the coding language you're wanting to go with, whether it's the program you're with, like whatever it may be, you should be able to like Google that and then forum, and then you should be able to find some forum for that and then go onto that. And so if you're not quite sure what you're even wanting to ask, go in there, create a thread, and just be like, here's what I'm trying to do. I'm not exactly sure what this is that I'm trying to do or how to do it, but this is what I'm wanting to do. Does anybody have any idea what kind of like function these would be? Like, what would this be called? Has anybody tried this before? You know, yada, yada, yada. And then just see, like, in general, most people on forums are going to be pretty good. You are going to get every now and then, you're going to get somebody who's going to jump in there and be like, what are you, stupid? And those people you can just ignore them. They're not the kind of people you're needing to listen to. But for the most part, most people in forums are going to be pretty useful and pretty helpful in like making sure they point you in the direction that you need to go so you actually know what you're doing. So anyway, that's kind of what I would suggest. And then, of course, yes, once you kind of know what you're asking for, what you're looking for, if you can find someone else who has done the thing you are trying to do, taking what they have made, and then, yeah, essentially just like reverse engineering it to what you need is honestly, it's going to help so much. But then also making sure you don't just copy and paste the code, edit the little bits you need here and there, and then just using it. Make sure you actually understand what the code is doing, why it's doing the things that it's doing, so that you can eventually then go in and write your own code to do exactly what you need. I just saw that it lingered a bit, so it's been on my mind. Glad you have it worked out. I'm glad that you brought it up, though. I'm glad that you brought it up, because there are, every now and then, there are things that I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like, I'm sure that you remember this way back in the day. This is probably like March of like 2025.
Going to the Inkwell says, understanding the code is important because what if something doesn't work? Exactly. And as soon as it doesn't work, you're just like, well, I don't know what's going on here, so, oh well, I guess I'm moving on. Anyway, so Loki, you probably remember this, honestly. There's probably very few people still here in the chat that would actually remember it. But there was a time where if you were to pick up a dice from the floor, you could actually still move around. And I thought about making that bug a feature where you could basically hold onto an item. And so like
This was before I had like an inventory system and stuff like that. The idea was you could find keys on the floor and you'd be able to pick up that key and you couldn't put it in an inventory, but you basically had to like pick it up and take it with you. And then if you ran into a monster, you would then have to put the key down, fight the monster, and then pick the key back up and then keep going. Obviously, like we've worked past that with having an inventory system, so there is that. But yeah, so that was actually a bug that I thought about making a feature, but then I was like, no. So it's the kind of things like that, like I don't really think about it until eventually I click on something or I do something and I'm like, oh yeah, whoops, like that's not supposed to be. So yeah, it's good times, good times. Okay, what are these coordinates? I don't even know. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm just going to cut that, delete that, throw that in there, and we're not gonna do slot picked up. We're gonna say this is going to be 817. Yeah, 817. So 817 is equal to 0. Then do that. Well, no. We don't need any of those. Just get rid of all that. Throw that in there. Now, okay. Nope, that's why. Okay, so if you're hovering over things, so card hovering equals 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. We're just going to say if card hovering, so if 653. So else, conditional branch, if variable 653. Yeah, 653, if you are greater than 0. No, if you are equal to 0, then you can do that. Yes. But don't set card hovering to equal 0. We're going to set status hovering to be equal to 0. Then turn those off. I think that should correct that. Pretty sure. We'll see. Let's find out. Let's find out together. As a team. Grab a perk card, and we should be able to hover over that. Everything's good to go there. We should be able to hover over that. Everything's good to go there. Okay. That should all be... No! Now that's not showing. Okay. Item tooltips. That was before even my time, and I think I chanced upon you somewhat early-ish, though maybe I'm crazy. No, you were pretty early on as well. That's what I'm meaning is like, it was literally like within the first couple months of me streaming and like making the game. How far from a playable demo would you say we are? The goal still is before the end of September. So we do still have quite a bit to do, but it is just like a lot of just stuff. Right? So it's like the new main menu at this point, the last thing there is just like getting the options done, which really the options would just be, it's basically, yeah, just getting like volume sliders is kind of like the only options we're going to have right now. And then eventually, like, I want to have all sorts of other like compatibility options, controls and things like that. But for now, in the demo, it'll probably just be volume sliders for sounds and music, because that's really the only options we're going to have in the game right now. The spell book, we need to kind of like wrap that up. That one's basically done. It's just like getting all the names in there. Then just adding more items. And then we've got perk cards. So that's like what all those are. Those are all just perk cards. Then making enemies, monsters, music, sounds. Yeah, so basically at this point, it's just getting the options menu in and then adding a bunch more items, perk cards, monsters, and then getting like music and sound effects. So yeah, so as in terms of like as far as systems go, it's the menu, finishing up the statuses, and then like finishing up like the names in the spell book. And that should really be it. So hopefully before the end of August, we should have main menu, spell book, and the statuses done. And then it's just a matter of adding perks. What the? I know, right? Oh my. And then it's just getting items, perk cards, and monsters in. And then it's just music and sound effects, and then the demo should be ready to go. Yeah. I hope. Let's see here. Why did you do my beefer? Wait, what did you do to my beefer? Don't worry, it's still there. I can't remember if it should be spawning. It just probably didn't spawn that one time. Yeah, it should still be spawning the sandwiches. But don't worry, it is still there. So look at that, still there. You just can't see the status effect of it. It's just not saying what the thing will do. So don't worry, it's still there. I just accidentally broke it with more things. We are like 1% towards demo complete. Loki, why? Go on, says, don't forget the... Oh yeah, the coin flip. I completely forgot about the coin flip. That is right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a thing. My goodness. Yes, we do need to do the coin flip still. Holy smokes. Okay, let me get that pulled up here. Yeah, with the stream going down, it completely threw me off. That was like, yeah, absolutely threw me off. Let's come over here to the coin flip. And there we go, coin flip. And there we go. Got that pulled up. And so now we should be able to, I think actually we should just be able to switch over here to the absolutely fantastic, everybody knows that, everybody loves it, absolutely fantastic heads or tails. And we should. Okay, there we go. All right, awesome. So it is just there. Everything's good to go. All right, everybody, heads or tails. Now that I've been reminded, I appreciate that Squall for reminding me that we hadn't even done the heads or tails. Yeah, the whole stream crashing thing just completely threw me off. So anyway, let's do the heads or tails. Let's see who's gonna win. If you voted for tails, be cross your fingers for tails. If you voted for heads, be cross your fingers for heads. Here we go. Let's see what happens. All right. We're starting off strong with heads. Not too bad. Especially because. Oh. Yeah, I feel like tails has taken it the last like 2 times. We're gonna see what happens. I mean, all right. Heads, maybe. Okay, we're just going back and forth. Not too bad. Oh, back again with heads. Okay, there we go. Now we're making some progress. All right. Now is heads gonna take it, or is tails gonna try and take a comeback? I swear it's there. All right, that's one more tails. Here we go. Oh. Is tails gonna take it this time? Or is it gonna be heads? Oh my goodness! Tails takes it again. Absolutely fantastic. Congratulations if you voted for tails. That is absolutely fantastic. Beautiful stuff. Oh my goodness. Even with all of the new system trying to keep everything as even as possible, it is still, tails just never fails. Tails really never fails. Absolutely fantastic. Well, congratulations if you voted for tails. Not too bad. If you voted for heads, though, I am very sorry. But don't worry, there's always next time. When we play heads or tails. Yeah. It's true. There will always be the next time when we're playing heads or tails. But yeah, anyway, congratulations. Let's go over here and see how many people actually did vote for tails. Let's see. Madness predictions. It looks like, oh my goodness. Well, it looks like the majority of people voted for tails anyway. So yeah, that's not too bad. That is not too bad. Although if it had been heads, that would have been a crazy amount of points that would have gone to heads. Because there are 17K on tails and there's 3K on heads. Yeah, that would have been nuts. So I am very sorry if you voted for heads. But there's always next time. I promise. So here we go. Choose outcome. We're going to go with tails complete prediction. There's going to be 19,986 channel points that are coming your way. Obviously, that's the majority of it's just points coming back to your pool of points. But yeah, beautiful stuff. Congratulations and absolutely fantastic times. How did you handle the run reset after a game over, or is it still left to do? Reset after a game over. Oh, you should just go back to the main menu. Like, I'm 99% sure that should be how it's working. So if we just take a whole bunch of hits, so we eventually die. Actually, let's just come in here. We're just gonna set my HP to be 1. There we go. Yeah, so I'm like now that you've brought it up, I'm like questioning if it actually is working or not. But I'm pretty sure it should just take you back to the main menu when you die. Yeah, there we go. Main menu. So yeah, and so long as you have actually saved your game, like obviously we don't have a saved game right now. Yeah, so long as you had saved your game, so it should just reload at your last save state, which should be anytime you go from floor to floor, it should save the game. So, yeah. Anyway, that's actually probably another thing we should look into is getting like a better game over screen, because since the demo is not going to have like any of like the quests or storyline yet, it's just a like essentially like a test. It's an early access test of what the game is going to play like. We should probably have something along the lines of it, instead of it just being like game over, it should be like, oh, you made it to floor you know, however, like X, congratulations, kind of a thing. So yeah, maybe we'll just like show some like random stats before it then takes you back to the main menu, which you then would still be able to like load your game and be able to like continue from your last save point, which should save in between each floor. But anyway, yeah, so technically the save states are all working, just takes you back to the main menu and everything's good to go there. But yeah, yes, that's as of right now, that is what's happening when you do lose the game. Loki says, and crash. No, please. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. I vote for Tails in spirit. Don't jinx it, Loki. Tails never fails. Wish I was here to vote. I'm sorry, Autumn. Yeah, to be fair though, I did start the heads or tails vote very early on. Like it was literally within the first like 2 or 3 minutes of the stream starting that I started the prediction. So it was very early on that I did start it. So that is my bad. That is my bad that I did that. Anywho, okay, so yeah, awesome. Well then, let's get over into here. So I think as of right now, we do just need to get a couple things, which is we need to get, also, do I still have my CPU? Okay, so yeah, so everything should be fine. The fans are spinning. We should be all right. I don't think I have to worry about my CPU temps. But I guess if it crashes again, then I'll know it was my CPU temps. Okay, so let's see here. So what do we need? We need more items. We need more items here to represent the antidotes. So let's come over here, and we're gonna come in here to images and pictures. I'm gonna go to items. I also need to redo. I need to redo the potions.
Just summoned Moonshine.
Oh yeah, I need to turn that off because it is not working. The program that I use to be able to do that is not connecting to OBS for some reason. I don't know why. So I get a bunch of errors when I open up. So it's this program called Leorin Board. And so when it tries to connect to OBS, it just does not work at all. And so if I close it and then reopen it, it will connect. And then it gives me an error log and it crashes. So yeah, good times. But thank you for funding that, Autumn. I do appreciate that. I'm going to come in here and we're going to go manage rewards. And I am going to turn that one off. Come over here. Come down to Moonchan. Where are you? There we go. Yeah, we'll just turn Moonchan off. I turned off all the other ones because I was like, I'm just going to open up Moonchan. And then Moonchan, I'm still not able to. Like, Moonchan is up. Moonchan is running. Moonchan is working. I guess technically what I could do is I could just come in here and I could just say, we could just say camera off. And we could say Moonchan on. Wait for it. There we go. Yeah, we'll just turn on Moonchan for a little bit, just so you all get a taste of Moonchan. So yeah. Anywho, okay, here we go. But anyway, yeah. So I do apologize, but don't worry, you did get your points back. But don't worry, next time we will be better. It seems like the blue screens that I was getting before, and I don't want to jinx it, but it does seem like the blue screens I was getting before I may have fixed potentially. But now, for some reason, my CPU fan just isn't turning on. For some reason, sometimes. So, yeah, so I currently just have a giant fan just sitting at the side of my computer, just blowing cool air into my computer. Cast Blazing Arc. Oh, I know. You know what? I've actually been thinking about it. I think I'm going to bring back that Monster Fighter game in some way, shape, or form, at least minimally. And then I want to try and remake another one. Like, it was a bit of a pain to get, like, started every single time for every single stream. But I do want to get there again. So anyway, let's see here. The saga of Moonwood's computer problems continues. It really does. Oh no! Hopefully you can get a new fan soon. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. What's going on there. Loki says, ahem. Wait, did you say something? I read all your chats. I don't know what you're talking about. I read them all. So unless I'm missing something else, I have read them all, I promise. Cast Blazing. I know, I was addressing that. I was actively addressing that. I did not ignore it. I was 100%. But yeah, I do need to bring that back. I do need to bring it back. And don't forget to transform back. Oh, don't worry. I'm just gonna stay on here for just a little bit longer, and then we'll switch back. But anyway, yeah. So I think I need to redo the health potions because I feel like the new potion for the antidote does feel a lot better than what the old one looked like. Because this is what the current healing potion looks like, and then this is what the new antidote potion looks like. So I think I actually want to switch to this other antidote. So We'll see. We'll see what happens. Or switch the style over. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna switch back. So there we go. I guess I need to spell it out for you. I have offered my assistance with stream. That is true. That is true. You have offered your assistance with that. I do appreciate that. Sorry, the voices in my head are talking to me again. Yeah, I do appreciate that. So thank you for getting that paused. Let's see here. Yes. And my problem is though, Loki, is that I'm always not quite sure exactly what I want to do, and so I'd feel bad if we like work through this whole thing, and then like a month later I'm like, you know what, meh. That's basically what I did with the other one that I did. So yeah, I miss it too. Did you read about my perk card idea? I don't remember it. So if it was when everything crazy was happening, you may need to restate it. Now that you are better at pixel art, you could swap the old monsters and repurpose that game into a companion type game. I could. I don't remember if I've kept any of the old monsters though. I'm not gonna lie, I think I've deleted most of them. Like one of those games you are running in the background, I don't know the real name. So you didn't catch up on chat. I think I caught up mostly, but I think I may have missed something here and there. Potentially. Okay. Well, let's see here. So yeah, so this is 109. So I think basically what I'm gonna do for the next one up is we are going to actually do this. Let's resize you down 25%. Makes it a lot easier to deal with the pixel art. And then I should just be able to do that. And then that. Yeah, we're basically just going to make this slightly longer. And maybe we'll do a little bit more with it to like help it stand out a little bit more. Yeah, I think for the most part, it's just going to be a little bit longer. And maybe even slightly brighter. So what color is this? This should be... Okay. Yeah, so let's actually just make it like slightly brighter. Go down 1 for that. Go down 1 more for that. Go down 1 more for that. Yep. And I think basically everything else about it can stay the same. It's still going to be in like the same vial shape. So yeah, we should be good there. Should be good there. Let's resize that back up, 400%. Save this as item 110. 110 already exists. Oh! I don't know if I need this slime. We'll just rename that one though. Okay, so now you're gonna be 110. Yeah, I might keep that slime because I kind of like the design actually, if I'm being completely honest. Okay, so now we have the level 1 item for healing poison, and then level 2. Yeah, so level 1, level 2, level 1, level 2. I think that's distinct enough. It's like brighter, longer. I think that feels all right. Yeah. And maybe what we'll also do, just for kicks and giggles, I don't know if it's actually going to look any worse or better, but maybe I could add something like... Never mind. I was like trying to think of like maybe if I like add some kind of like little like string or like leather strap that like wraps around, and I was like, no. Maybe we could add some kind of a note. No, yeah, we'll just stick with a slightly bigger bottle. What if there was a perk card that makes immune to status effects, but makes you take damage anytime the status would have landed on you? So potentially, so I do have already listed a perk idea. So basically, I'm going to break it into different perks. So I wouldn't want just a single perk that would just make it so you don't get any status effects. I would basically make a perk card that makes it so you don't get poisoned, and then a perk card that would make it so you don't get, so basically, yeah, dividing them up into the other sections. I do like the whole, like, you just take damage instead of getting the infection, essentially. I do like that, though. Why not add a ribbon to the full heals? We could do that, hanging from the lip of the potion. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, we could do that. Yeah, so the design of the bottle is going to be slightly different for the larger one. So I think we'll probably stick with this. I think this one should be good. So, that should have us, though, for the 110, though. So if we then come back over to here, we should be able to say in the perk card to spellbook, we're just going to update this to give me some items. 110, so 106, let's go 107. 107? 108. 108 through 110. There we go. Then we should be able to come over here to the tomb. Come over here. This is where the items are actually taking place. So all of this should already actually be set up. So these are the antidotes. You got crude antidote, refined antidote, and flawless antidote. And this is what it's going to be setting the percentages to. So 25, 50, and then 100. That should be good. And then... is there anything else we need to take care of then? We've got status tooltips. We got the status effects. All of that should be correct. That's just taking that variable and applying it there. Divided by 100. Yeah. I think that should all be good. I think the only other thing we would need then is just the item tooltips. Let's come down here. We should just be able to copy that for the crude antidote. This is going to be if you have item 110. This is going to be the... what was it again? It wasn't flawless antidote. This was... refined. The refined antidote. The name is refined antidote. Well, this will be just a glass bottle filled with a... let's see. I'm trying to make this sound a little bit better. So I was using viscous because, like, you say like viscous liquid, and it just kind of like puts this like gross idea in your head because it's like this like thick, nasty. So yeah. So a glass bottle filled with a. We'll just do like a sweet smelling liquid capable of flushing the body of toxins. Okay. Then heals poison effect 50% faster. You can always tell when I've like copied old code because it still has a semicolon at the end of it. Good times. Okay, so that should be that. So now if we come over here, be able to go to play game. Let's go to start game. Grab one of these. All right, so now I have my poison effect. If I come over here, I think, is that going to be discernible enough? I don't know. That's still very similar to the other one. Like, yeah, it's slightly brighter, and yeah, it's slightly larger. Also, I did not fix the item tooltips. Dang it. I thought I'd fix those. Did I not? Art hovering is equal to 0. Oh, right. That's right. Okay, so you are item hovering, so 810. Yeah, so 653 and 810. So 653 and 810. We're just going to say if game variables dot value 653 is equal to 0, and if game variables 810 is equal to 0. As long as both of those are equal to 0, do that. There we go. Now we should be able to come in here. New game. Start game. Like Pauldron. All right, now we've got all of those. Good times. We've got that guy. Good times. And we've got this guy. Happy days. Happy days. The Ink says, do you want my opinion? I would absolutely love your opinion. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, here's what I'm kind of thinking is I think I'm actually going to adjust the bottle. So I think it just needs a different shape. I think that's honestly what we need. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to go a small bottle for this guy. And then we're going to do still a slightly larger bottle for this, but maybe like make it slightly more bulbous. and then the full one is going to be upright. Yeah. I think they're too similar. That's what I was kind of thinking as well. Yeah, so yeah. As soon as I saw them like side by side, then I was like, yeah, they're way too similar. Way too similar. Even with a brighter liquid, still just kind of not quite. So we need to adjust that then. So let's come over here. We're just going to pull in 110. Let's do a little bit of this. I'm going to size you down to 25%. Man. Okay. Let's say... let's actually darken the purples again. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. I think we're going to have them be the same color of purples across both. Although these are more of like a more like a pink. I'm going with the pink instead of the purple. Okay, that should be good. So now if we pull in 109. Okay, same rough general thing going on here. See, this is what testing is for. Exactly. You can't just make something and just push it out into the world. You gotta make it, you gotta test it, and then you'll see. Although I guess technically what I'm testing, because I'm live streaming, I am technically putting it out to the world. Oh well. It is what it is. Okay, so basically what I kind of want to do here is I think I want to go more of like a bulbous shape here. I think we're going to do... Ooh, gotta turn off anti-aliasing there. Yeah, so something more like this. Get, you. I just want to get the same shades just off to the side so I don't have to grab them later. Here's kind of the general idea. I think that's going to help. I think that's going to help a ton in making it feel better. Like, feeling more distinct. Yeah. Although, let's do... Feels too large. That is... Is that 10 or 11? Oh, I think that's... Wait, where did I actually... Okay, yeah. So that is 11 from there. So I think we're going to do this. Let's just get rid of all this here and all of this here. Then we're going to do 10 instead of 11. Yeah, so that will be there. Okay, that should feel better. Yeah? Yeah. I don't know. It's so... Oh my gosh. It's so rough. Like, as much progress as I have made with pixel art, it's still... I still struggle. I still struggle, everybody. See? Just goes to show. There's always something new to learn. There's always something new of like, how would you make this kind of perspective? How would you do this? How would you do that? It's never over. It's never over. We'll kind of add a little bit of feel there. We could do a little bit of... I'm trying to decide where we want to have this other darker shade showing up. Maybe something like that. And maybe throw all that in there. And then we go up to like a 5. And we get rid of everything in there. That's feeling all right. Yeah, yeah. All right. I like it. I like it. Okay, so let's get that up to 400%. Let's save that, and then we come back over to here. Test play. Let's see what happens. That feels better. That actually feels more visually distinct. Yeah. I like that. I like it. This is what testing for is. You can, but it won't go well. Moonwood workflow. Make it, test it, like it, move on, remake it, test it, don't like it, remake it, test it, scrap it, bring back idea. I'd be more offended if you weren't 100% spot on. How dare you? How dare you be correct in that? Is anyone able to help me with Webpack? Not I, said the Moonwood. Not I. I would not be any help at all. None at all. None at all. Okay, cool. Then if I were to come in here and if I were to do 50% faster, so as you can see, we've got 70 seconds still left on the clock. So if I go like that, should take it down to basically nothing left. Because here's what I'm trying to decide, okay? Here's what I'm trying to decide. Do we have it recover, or do we have it heal based on the amount of time remaining? Or do we have it heal based on the amount of total time? Because as of right now, we're doing total time, but we could do time remaining. I don't know. I don't know. Because the thing is if you take, because if it says it's going to heal 25% of the poison, I wouldn't want people to feel like, oh, well, if I've, yeah, I think going off of like the entire time. So I think the way we have it now works best. Because that way it doesn't matter how long you wait. Because the thing is, like, that means that if you use it as quickly as you possibly can, it will heal. You know, it doesn't really make, like, it doesn't matter when you take it, it will heal you the same amount of time every single time. And so, because that would mean that if, say, for example, if you were to get poisoned and you didn't take care of it immediately, and then you later found an antidote, and you're like, well, I'm already down to like a minute and a half left. Why would I bother using this antidote? I'm just going to let it poison me out. Whereas you could take the antidote and it could potentially take out the rest of the poison. So, total time is good. I think the wording could use a rework. I think that's probably honestly what it's missing. Yeah, heals poison effect 50% faster. I think I just need to redo how it's currently. Glass bottle filled with a sweet smelling liquid capable of flushing the body of toxins. Yeah, so heals poison effect 50% faster. I think I do need to say that it doesn't heal it 50% faster. So I think most people would assume that would just make the countdown go faster. Which, like, we could technically do. It would just involve redoing the system that we've built up to this point. I feel like at that point, what it would basically mean is, like, as you're sitting here watching this timer count down, you would assume you would then watch it start counting down, well, faster. But, yeah, so, yeah. I think if we just reword this, so it doesn't say heals poison effect 50% faster, I think we would need to say, like, heal poison effect, heal 50%. I'll rethink of how we want to reword that. Yeah, so basically it would just need to be telling the player that it will heal 50% of the poison effect. Or reduce. I was like, I can't even say.
Says, two things.
Yes.
One, Moonwood, you have improved tremendously in regards to pixel art.
I appreciate that.
I'm almost to 700 subscribers on YouTube already. What?
Ink, that is absolutely fantastic. Congratulations. Keep up the absolutely fantastic work. Yeah, honestly, like, the most important thing is just keep going. Keep going. And, like, obviously, everybody's going to go through harder times than others. Just because it's like, you know, sometimes the algorithm will give precedent to someone else. But the most important thing is to not give up. So even if, like, if you're going crazy, because I was going to say, like, it was not that long ago that you hit 600. So I guess the whole point of me saying this is, like, if you went from 600 to 700 in, like, what was that, like, less than a month? And then if for some reason it takes you 2 months to get from 7 to 800, don't give up. Don't get discouraged. It's just sometimes the YouTube algorithm is absolutely fantastic, and other times not so much. So, yeah. So again, fantastic stuff. I'm very proud of you, but don't ever get discouraged if you are ever having like a more rough month than a previous month. Yeah, just keep being you, keep uploading what you're uploading, and yeah, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So very, very nicely done. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Less than a month. Yeah, that is crazy. I promise I won't. I'm very stubborn. See, there you go. That's half the battle. So as long as you're stubborn and you're just like, you know what? I'm not going to let you ruin my day, YouTube. I love that. Gotcha. One further inky boy. Oh, pal. Hey, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. There we go. There we go. I appreciate you going there over there and giving a sub, Autumn. Okay, let's see here. Yes. Yeah, so these guys I think are good to go, except for the wording. But you know what? I'll fix it later. I'll fix it later. I can't vertical stream on Twitch. Well, that's not good. I know that I have the ability to. I just haven't done it yet. I probably should, though. Tillo says, exterior paint. Where? What's the paint? Where's it exterior? I'm not exactly sure what you're meaning by that. But yes. Whichever you're meaning, yes. Okay. Now, basically, what we're going to do here with this guy is, I think, with the full ones, should we either... I'm trying to decide if we keep the same... I'm trying to decide if we keep the same orientation for, like, all potions. Or if I stand these ones upright. I'm going to try and keep the same orientation. I think that's what we're going to try and do. Let's see what happens. Let's take these purples over here. And then basically, let's do a little bit of dish. Okay, so I think the plan is to make this one slightly more square. What if we do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Or maybe something like that. Maybe? That seem right? That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh! Oh, that's why. That's why. Like, why is that not lining up correctly? It's because we do that, and then we go into the 2s. Then we do the 1. Okay, there we go. That's better. I think that should feel better. I think. I use 2 old of OBS on my old Mac. Oh, yeah, that would do it. Good night. Wait, are you going to sleep? Is that what you're meaning? That's Nigel the Marmalade Dog. I don't know what that means, but I'll assume that's a good thing. That's my assumption. It's a good thing. What am I doing here? Just do that. There's filler tools for a reason. Okay, so then we should be able to do a little bit of this, do a little dance. Something like that. All right, let's just add a little bit more depth to this thing. I also don't know if I need... There's like a part of me that wants to add like a lighter liquid here at the top. Then there's another part of me that's like, I don't need that though. Okay, I think that feels good. Yeah, not too bad. That should be all right. I may, though, kind of like with what I did on the other bottle, which was essentially changing where the whole like reflection was, kind of like breaking it up, you know? I think that should fit better. Yeah, I think it should be all right. Bottle shape is a bit suggestive. No, it's fine. It's fine. Why is it suggestive? Especially with the light purple line? Well, now, wait. Now I'm actually wondering. Wait, what is it suggestive of? Eggplant potion? I guess it does kind of look like an eggplant, doesn't it? That's a good point. That is a good point. Bro, if this is suggestive to you, get some help. No, I don't see it. I mean, when the eggplant was brought up, that one, I'm like, okay, I can actually see that. I can kind of see that one. Because, like, I mean, let me get this pulled up. Eggplant emoji. Images. I mean, yeah, I guess if you're kind of considering, that, then I guess I could see the similarities and the potential suggestiveness of it. Yeah, if we now then come over here, yes. I mean, kinda. It's kinda, but I don't think it's enough. Not compared to what I've accidentally made before. I think this is probably one of the least suggestive things that I've made. Definitely on accident, every single time. I'm just saying. I think we should be all right here. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Yeah. I think we should be good. Though I'm trying to decide. We want to thin this up. I think that maybe makes a little bit more sense. Wait. Dang it. Okay, so I need to come in here. I need to fix this. So that one and that one. Go here and here. Like, I like the way that the cork feels to fit in this size better. But I kind of like the look of this one more. As usual, one does not simply say he is gone from Moonwood stream. He just is. Looked worse before you move the light purple reflection line. My stream was being. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I guess I could see that. I could see that if it was still a little bit behind and the light was still kind of going around a little bit more. I could definitely see that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think having it like this does feel a little bit better now. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I think I like that one the most. Okay, let's resize that up 400%. We're gonna save this as item 111. There we go. And now back over here. Wait, I need to actually change you. We're gonna say give us items 108 through 111. Yeah. Now, I may need to come through here and I may need to change I may need to change the color of the antidotes. Does that feel different enough? It definitely is going to feel different enough between number 1 and number 3. And the difference between number 1 and number 2 also, I think, should feel like enough. I'm trying to decide now. Like, it's very clear which one is number 1. And, like, I guess if you look at it long enough, you can see the differences between 1 and, I mean, between 2 and 3. I just think it's going to kind of feel a little bit weird if I have, like, if some of the bottles are sitting upright and others are, like, leaning at a 45-degree angle, I feel like that'll just feel weird. I think all the potions need to be at that angle and then just, like, recolored for what they do. So I think we need to still keep the angle, but I think we need to maybe make it slightly more bulbous. Like, maybe actually make this whole thing like this. I think that might actually be more necessary. And let's do you. I think that feels a little bit better. Let's maybe get rid of those corners. Make it feel slightly better. No. I like it better, bigger. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, is it needs to be just even slightly bigger than it was before. I think this feels like it should be all right. Yeah, I think that feels like it should be good. I might add like a little bit more detail to like the liquid later. I think that should be fine. I still think the full heal potion needs a ribbon. Feels too similar to the 50% ones. That is, yeah, very possible. Maybe a gold band. We could do something like that. We absolutely could. So if let's just take a look at it, what it looks like in game now. So you're gonna be 111. Yes, replace it. Okay, so let's take a look and just see. Maybe it looks slightly better now that it's even more bulbous. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it definitely is more set apart. Like, you can definitely tell which one is the level 1, the level 2, and the level 3. But we could still, though, come in here. And we could add a gold band of sorts. Actually do this, just so it's easy enough to like remove and then kind of go back and forth at looking in. Now we could add an outline to this so that it looks to stand out just a little bit more. Ooh, actually. I'm kind of liking it. I'm not gonna lie. Making buzzball potion. Basically. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. That turned out a bit better than I was expecting. Something like that. Hey, perfect. And let's see, Tillo sent star for 2 jewels. I don't remember what that meant, but I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. That's not like a premium currency, right? That's like, yeah, now I don't remember. I don't remember what those mean. I appreciate it anyway. I appreciate it, Tillo. Okay, yeah, I think that actually helps a lot. Like, we're literally going from that to that. It does make it feel a lot more complete. Yeah. That does feel way better. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's save that as a PNG. We're going to save that as item... Crap. 111. Yes, 111. I couldn't remember if it was 110 or 111, and I didn't want to accidentally overwrite the other one. Okay, let's come down here, start the game. And then we're going to come over here. Oh, that helps so much. Holy smokes. That helps so much in making it feel different from all the other potions up here. I appreciate that you suggested doing that again. Because I know that like I tried to do it and then I completely forgot to even try and add it again once we got to the large one. Yes, that helps so much. So much. Let's see, Ink says, hey dude, I'm gonna set my lurk. I still need to work on my subscriber special video, which I guess is gonna be a 700 subscribers. That's fair, that's fair. Well, yeah, good luck, I hope that goes well. And yeah, hopefully I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see when that video comes out, because not only does that mean you've hit 700, but I'm always down to see everything else that you're working on. So, Ink was spot on the color. Yeah, having it be gold as well helped a lot, because when I was adding it, I think I was making like gray or something, because I was like, we're gonna make it like a string, and that just was not working out well. So yeah, so having the gold on there, yeah, that helps so much. Color theory. Oh my goodness, Tillo has sent sparkles for 2 jewels and also sent chili for 6 jewels. I appreciate that, Tillo. Thank you. I honestly don't, I still don't remember what those actually mean. Yeah, what do those mean again? YouTube sent sparkles for jewels. What does it mean? When a viewer sends sparkles or other interactive gifts, including jewels, on YouTube, it means a fan is using YouTube's live virtual gifting system to financially support and interact with creative. What? You're financially supporting? I appreciate that. Tillo, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I hope that those are not very much. I hope that they're very cheap, but I do appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. I think you can use the jewels I send on other people's streams. Either way, that is super cool. What do we got here from Loki? We got a YouTube video. Whoop-de-doo, what is it all? That's a great question. What does it all mean? I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out one of these days. But yeah, so I do appreciate it. So thank you. Okay, so then over here, we basically just need another item tooltip. So we're going to go with this guy right here. So this is if you are hovering over item this. Also, just freaking, I need to update these things. You can... Oh, all of my old code is so bad. Two equal signs instead of the 3 that's needed. And just, oh, so much of this. So much of this is just, I'm like, who freaking made this? Absolutely terrible. Okay, so now we come over here. This is going to be for the flawless antidote. Okay, so how are we going to do this thing? We've got refined antidote is now going to be the flawless antidote. This is going to be a glass bottle filled with a glistening purple liquid capable of flushing the body of toxins. Actually, I should probably include that in all of these. A sweet-smelling purple liquid. A viscous purple liquid. Okay, then over here on the flawless, we're just going to say... Let's do... Reduce... poison status. Well, this one is going to be fully remove poison status. Fully remove poison status. And that works just fine. Then here we've got reduce poison status by 50%. And then reduce poison status by 25%. I think that's maybe slightly better. Beardwood Games wouldn't have such bad code. That's true. Beardwood Games would definitely have much better code than I have. Maybe I should become Beardwood Games. Become the true coder that I actually am. Stop teasing him. But it's true, though. Beardwood Games would definitely have way better code. Okay, so we come in here. Yeah. So reduce poison status by 50%, reduce poison status by 25%, and this one is fully remove poison status. I think that should be worded well. Fully remove poison status. Does that make sense? Fully remove poison status? That just is way too wordy. Way too wordy, and we don't need it. We don't need it. We're gonna come back at that, and we're gonna make that better. So let's just keep the same wording. I don't know why I decided to change it. So we're just going to say reduce poison status by 100%. Because, yeah. There we go. But then you'd be a beardo. I would be a beardo. It's true. Honestly, if I could actually grow a beard, I don't know if I would or not. I'm not a huge fan of, like, facial hair. Like, the only times that I've ever tried to, like, actually grow it out and I've gone, like, weeks or months without shaving, my face always gets way too itchy. Way too itchy. So I don't think that even if I could grow a beard, I don't know if I would actually even want to. So there's that. Okay, so here we go. We currently have 102 seconds left, but if we do a little bit of this, it should remove it entirely. It's gone. It's gone, everybody. It's gone. Beardwood Games is better than Moonwood Games. Moonwood Games is better than Beardwood Games. True. So technically what you're saying is that if I were to grow a beard, but then also revert back to Moonwood Games, I would be the greatest programmer that has ever lived. Now that's something I can get behind. The weirdo with the beard. That's what people would call me, I'm sure. Which would not be great. Would not be great. And you'd still be using RPG Maker. True. I'd be the greatest RPG Maker dev ever. It's true. It's true. Although I'm 99% sure, like 99.999% sure that some random dev has a beard, which I guess would put them 2 steps above where I currently am because I do not have a beard. But they're not Moonwood Games, so I would still have that on them. So still would be doing it on hard mode. Something like that. Something like that. Okay, cool. Well, there we go. So we've got all those working. Moonbeard Games. Just rolls off the tongue. Moonbeard Games. Or Woodbeard Games. Woodbeard Games. I don't know if that really works any better. 2.8 Canadian cents per joules. Okay, all right. Well, I do appreciate it, so thank you, Tillo. You need to put beard oil to stop the itching. I guess I never really tried that. I just figured, I was like, what? Should I actually invest in beard oil? And I never did. Would canola oil work just as well? I've had a beard since I was 15. Oh my gosh. See, I thought for sure that I was going to start growing a beard when I was like in my late teenage years, because my dad was one of those guys that as soon as he turned like 16, 17, he had to shave like twice a day. Otherwise, like he just like had this crazy amount of stubble. And even still, like throughout his entire lifetime, it was basically like he had to shave in the morning, like every single morning he had to shave, and then usually when he got home from work, like he had some pretty good stubble going on. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And so I was like, okay, yeah, when I turn like 16, 17, it's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna grow like this crazy beard. Never happened. Never happened. Still cannot to this day. I mostly just grow hair like right here on my neck. I have to make sure to shave that because I'm like, I'm not gonna be a neck beard. It's not gonna happen. Now, honestly, what I want to be able to do, I want to be able to grow like those chops you see in like the 1600s. Yeah. If I can grow mutton chops, oh, that would be where it would be. Beards are overrated. And that's what I kind of think too. Plus, my wife's not a huge fan. Like, if I don't shave for a few days, she's not a huge fan of like kissing me because she's like, it's itchy. It kind of hurts my face. And I'm like, oh, that's fair. That's fair. You're too nice to have a neck beard. Sideburns. No. Like, there's sideburns, but then there's the mutton chops. Like, it's like the beard, but then you like shave just like right here. That's what I need to get. That's what I need to grow. Mathrador says, well. Mathra, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here over on the YouTube side of things. How you doing? How's life? Man, your lack of beard and current hair, you look so young. You're like 18 years old again. That's what I do. It's what I do. I try to look as young as possible. Mutton chops, the mullet of facial hair. I cannot read anything. Again, my brain is really like literally shutting down right now. It's great. It's great. Yeah, mutton chops though, the mullet of facial hair. It's true. Stereotypical early settler facial hair. I mean, that's basically what it is. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like what? Yeah, here, mutton chops. Images. There we go. Yeah. See, that's what I. Oh, that's what I need. That's what I need right there. I need to be this guy right here. That's the guy right there. No. That's the one. That's the one right there. That's what I'm gonna look like one of these days. But probably without the mustache. So maybe by the time I'm 45. I know I said this before, but maybe by the time I'm 40. Never mind. It's official. It's official. This is what I will look like one day. One day. I will have a side beard. Oh my gosh. All right. That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for now. That's the goal. We're gonna make it happen. That would literally take me like 5 years. That would take me so long to grow. At my current rate of facial hair growth, that would take me so long to grow. We got the dancing jelly from Feliascal. Search Rico WWE. All right, what do we got here? Rico WWE. Also, freaking, oh my gosh, whatever. Oh, yep. So there we go. See, if I actually had facial hair like this, I feel like I could pull off a shirt like this. I could make it happen. Problem is, I can't grow that kind of facial hair. But I'll see what I can do. Oh, that's glorious. That is glorious right there. I'm assuming that is Rico, though. And if it's not, I apologize. J-Schlatt? I don't even know who that is. That looks ticklish. Yeah, it honestly does look very ticklish. Almost Pirate Software Young. Well, hold on now. Let's not start throwing out insults now, Matra. Let's not start doing that. Like Comandre Zhao from Avatar. That's hot. I know, right? I know. Jobs before demo. Actually, I could potentially grow mutton chops before the game is released. That is possible. That is possible. We will get Elder Scrolls 20 before the demo. Now. The demo will be out before Elder Scrolls 20. Full release, though, that one is still up there. Speaking of Mathra, actually, Mathra, look, your Ailso gauntlets are still here in the game, and they're still absolutely fantastic. So I haven't removed those yet. They're still here. They're still here. Okay, so now we can have the status here. And yes, there we go. Toxin courses through your veins, which, if left untreated, could leave you on the verge of death. There we go. So every 30 seconds. So now I should take some poison damage. But if I come over here, and if I were to use any one of these guys, so if I were to use this guy, the crude antidote should remove 25% of that. So you'll then see that one now goes down 25%. Then if I throw this guy in here, that is 50%. That should reduce it basically all the way. 3, 2, 1. Poisons one more time, and then we're good to go. Happy days. Happy days. Good times. I can throw that right there. Oh, it's glorious. Oh, it's glorious. It's coming along. It is coming along. Okay. Yeah, well, I think that means if we come over here, we should be able to say status effect poison. Yeah, that should be good to go. Yeah, so in poison, you'll take 5% damage every 30 seconds or until an antidote cures the infection. Yeah, there we go. That is good to go. Happy freaking days. Let's mark that off. Whew, this list just keeps getting longer and longer. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, so spellbook, so... Let's see here. What do you mean yet? Are you telling me you're planning on removing my glove item? No. Sorry. I guess I did say that wrong. I'm not planning on removing Mathra's Ale Soap Gauntlets. Do not worry. That has absolutely zero plan of being removed. I mostly just wanted to highlight that it is still here and nothing has happened to it. Even though I'm sure there's some systems since the last time you were here that maybe have either gotten reworked or have gotten rid of entirely. But your perk card, the perk card system, it is all still there. It is all still glorious, and I'm not planning on removing Mathra's Ale Soap Gauntlet. So do not worry, it's not going anywhere. It is still here. I just wanted to point out that it has not been removed. So, no stream, stay streaming. Dropped a couple of frames. Wait, did it drop frames? That's questionable. That is questionable right there. He's gonna remove it and sell it as DLC content. Maybe I should. That's how I'm gonna get other people to actually buy the DLC, is I will add everybody's perk cards in here, and then when I fully release the game, I'll remove them all. They'll be generic items, and I'll be like, well, if you want the Adventurers pack that has all of the people's perk cards, you gotta buy the DLC. You gotta buy it. Oh, that would be horrible. I also don't know how I would do DLC in RPG Maker. I'm sure there's got to be a way, but I wouldn't want to deal with it. I would not want to deal with it. Do you really need a demo when you've already seen everything that the game has to offer via these streams? I mean, that's a good point. So really the demo is not necessarily... The demo is more to allow for play testing and for people to come in here, tell me what they like, tell me what they don't like. Like, really, it's... Like, I'm probably going to release the demo both on Steam and on itch, so if people want to go one way or the other... So it's, and like, I don't want to call it early access either, because the plan is to have the demo be free. So it'll be a free demo so you can just play through it and yeah, again, give feedback, tell me what you do, what you don't like. And then that way I can like make adjustments here and there. And then the idea is with the full release, there's going to be like the whole story, the whole quest system, all of that stuff, which I'm a little bit nervous about because I don't know how much of that I want to do on stream, in fears of people seeing the whole thing on stream and then being like, well, why would I pay to see the story? So yeah, we'll have to see exactly how much I can actually stream of that. And yeah, we'll see. Anywho, that is neither here nor there though. That is an issue for another day. Okay, well, with all of that figured out, we should be able to come in here, just do that. It should remove the poison status. Everything's good to go there. Okay, cool. So let's come over here to the tomb. I'm actually just going to set this. Let's do this. Inflict poison. And then in the note, I'm just going to say delete. Because I do want to remember exactly the stats that I need to be able to set the status effects.
Oh, into the Inkwell says. So fun fact.
Yes.
You know the first Mickey Mouse short, Steamboat Willie?
Yes.
It was originally released as a theatrical short.
Oh.
The movie it was released within 1928 was called Gang War. It was heavily overshadowed by Steamboat Willie and is now considered a lost film. I consider that kind of insane.
That is kind of crazy. Can you imagine how upset you must be as the creator of that movie, of Gang War? That like, you're like, okay, we put all this work and effort, all this time, all this money, let's get this thing into theaters. Now keep in mind, especially back then in like freaking 1928, you don't exactly have a lot of competition when it comes to films. So it's like, basically, if you get onto the big screen, there's not a lot of options people have. It's basically, hey, we're showing this one feature film today at this time, come see it kind of a thing. Like, it's not like you've got 12 or 20 movies playing all at the same time and you're like, oh, well, I'm gonna go at this time of day because it's, you know, this movie's being shown 15 times a day across 5 different rooms. Like, you didn't really have that back then. And so the fact that you're like, okay, cool, like, we got this thing made, we got this thing into theaters, this is gonna be absolutely fantastic. And then like the studios come along and they're like, hey, by the way, we're gonna tack on this short film in the beginning of your film. And it's like, okay, sure, whatever. And then everybody starts watching that and they're like, this thing's amazing. And then your movie starts playing and everyone's like, oh, that is kind of terrible. I'd be a little upset. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be a little upset if I was the one who made that. Just a little bit. Yeah, and it was really poorly reviewed too. Absolutely tragic. I was gonna come over there and flip a random table in front of you Storm out dramatically. I mean, you still can. My door is still open. You can absolutely come over here and flip a table. But do not worry. There's no need to flip a table because I'm not taking it out. It's not happening. If Arcane Razor can have DLC, so can your game. I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't know what Arcane Raise is. But I'm assuming you're meaning it because it's an RPG Maker game. Oh yeah, I wasn't being serious about the demo content. I figured, but I figured I'd still explain it just in case. Because I'm weird that way. I'm very weird. And I'm very tired as well. Okay, so, yes, let's come over here. So, yeah, on the bright side, we can now mark off that we got antidotes in the game. We now have the status. The status effect is working, so that's all good to go. And yes, we do still have other status effects that we can go in and add later. So I do want to add, it's not that one. Wait, it is that one. I have it open twice. Okay, that would make sense. Yes, we do still have the other two the two other statuses that we could add. So we got the poison, then we've got the cripple / broken leg, which is the dex saving throw one, and then we've got stoned. I still need to come up with a better name because we don't want to say that you're stoned. But anyways, yeah, so if you don't keep moving, you'll eventually turn to stone and die. It's probably gonna be something to do with what the freak is that snake lady? I can't remember her name. Anyway, it's probably gonna be something relating to that for the name of it. Anyway. So, let's see here. Arcane Raise Raise Wish was a pretty crap RPG Maker game. There's a video by this YouTuber named Graildon. I'm definitely gonna have to look it up, 100%. So, Moon, have you been keeping up with taking breaks and enjoying games rather than always just making one? I was going to try, and we were actually going to play some Final Fantasy XIV last Wednesday because I missed last Tuesday's stream because my computer was freaking blue screening. So I would hope that I had fixed it all for Wednesday, and we were gonna do like an off stream. We're gonna play some Final Fantasy XIV for a few hours. It was gonna be a good time. And then my computer continued to blue screen. But then luckily I got it fixed for the Thursday stream, so we're good to go then. So to answer your question, on streams I have not been playing games. Off streams I have been trying to play games every now and then. But it's mostly just been making games is basically what we've been working on, honestly. But I still enjoy it. I enjoy it, so, it's a good time for me. I enjoy making games. Okay, let's see here. I think, so I mean, we've got more items, but, like, I'm not going to break up every single individual item with every single individual item here. So, so just more items. Spellbook we still need to do, and then we just got, perks and all that fun stuff. So I think technically we can just mark that we got more stuff in there. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do, not spellbook, we're gonna do more items. We're gonna say, let's insert a checklist. There we go. And we're gonna say, antidotes. That's tier 1. Let's do I, and I. Dang it. Add. I swear that must have been like a new thing they did. What the?
Footlongesicle just gigantified an emote with 30 bits.
Footlongesicle, thank you so much for the 30 bits. And thank you for the gigantified emote. That is absolutely fantastic. I love that emote. That is a good looking emote right there. Also dances pretty well to the music. I like it. Okay, so then we also have, so if you save on that one, then we add an item, and then we also have healing tiers 1, 2, 3. Let's move that up to there. So antidotes, those are good to go. And we're gonna add more as time goes on. So I'm just putting that in there that'd be like, yes, we got the antidotes done. Because again, we've got so many things. So we've got the healing potions, we've got the antidotes, and then we've got like all these other things. So necrotic salts, we've got the saline root, we've got the iron skin elixir, we've got all the phoenix essence, we've got the void beacon, we got all these guys. So there's a lot. There's a lot that we got to get in here and do. So we will get there. We will get there eventually. But and the collectibles, I don't think we're really gonna have any of the collectibles just because we're not gonna have crafting in the demo. So that's gonna wait for later. Yeah. And the effects, we'll probably add 1 or 2.
Go into the Inkwell cheered 5 bits. Would you say that the development of the game is going well?
I would say so. Yeah, honestly, like it has ballooned quite a bit past where I originally was intending, like how big the game was that I was originally intending. Because here's the thing. Originally, my plan was to have this game be about a 6-month project. It was gonna be about 6 months, and the game was gonna be done. And it has ballooned. to crazy proportions. Well, at the same time, though, I'm like, I'm not that worried because there's never been like a solid, like, this is the day the game is going to be out. I've also, like, I've never done like a Kickstarter, so like I don't feel there's no solid obligation aside from just like wanting to be done with it and just being able to allow people to be able to play the game. There's not like a solid deadline that I'm like being held to. And so for me, I'm kind of like, yeah, I know there's like the whole running joke of like scope creep. I keep going in and like changing systems, doing this and that and the other thing. But like the reason why I do all those things is because at this point in time, I'm like, I just want the game to be good. And so if there's ways that I feel like it could be better, I'm like, I might as well do those things, right? So anyway, so yeah, so all that to say, I feel like it's going well. Obviously, I do tend to want to keep making things better and better and better, which can kind of be like a double-edged sword where it's like, it can be rough because it's extending the amount of time that it takes, but it's also rough because if I go in and I like introduce some kind of new system, and then later down the line, I'm like, this doesn't make sense, or I don't like how this works, or whatever it is, then I feel the need to gut it because I'm like, well, this doesn't work well now. And then we kind of run into that same cycle of like scope creep. I come in here, I add it, I perfect it, everything seems fine, and then I move along, and then I'm like, I don't like that thing anymore, and then I remove it. So, you know, kind of like how Loki was pointing out. Anyway, so yeah, so all of that, it's like, yeah, so anyway.
Go into the Inkwell cheered 5 bits. Moonwood. What did I tell you about scope creep?
To not let it overtake the project. I know, but there's always something more that I'm like, ooh, what if I add this thing? So I don't know. I am trying to avoid it, and I did promise that I wasn't going to add any more systems, which I was doing really well with. And then I realized, well, wait, what if we add status effects to the player? To be fair, though, it's going to add a little bit more in-depthness, so yeah. It's going to technically make the game better. It just is going to extend the amount of development time, so is it worth it? Maybe. I guess we'll find out. We will find out together. I mean, you could say the same thing about, like, you know, say, for example, I mean, like there's been so many extra things. It's like the perk card system, that's been around for a while. So it's like, you know, like the perk card system, that one, I'm like, that one's good to go. Then it's like you got things like the skill tree. Like this one was massive.
Go into the Inkwell cheered 5 bits. Moonwood. The day you stick to no new systems is the day Godzilla walks out of the ocean for real. See, really, then, at this point, I am the sole person keeping Japan safe. Because I am keeping Godzilla from coming out of the ocean by constantly adding new systems. So, you know, there you go. But anyway, yeah, it's like the skill tree. It used to be extremely basic. It was literally the skill tree. Like, actually, I could pull it up. I could pull up what the skill tree looked like. If I pull up level up, this is what the level up system looked like way back in the day. So when you leveled up, this little window popped up, and it was like vitality, dexterity, wisdom, and luck, I think it was eventually. Yeah, so basically like, this little window popped up, and it would tell you what your vitality currently was and what it was going to level up to. Yes, that's why like there's no text on the boxes, is because it was all showing like through the HUD maker. And yeah, so basically it was quite literally that. So when you leveled up, you were forced to pick, do you want to level up your HP? Do you want to level up your luck? Do you want to level up like whatever it was, right? And at the time, there were only 2 known use cases for each one of these skills, I guess, which was basically vitality, it increased your maximum HP, and your dexterity, it increased your dex saving throw. Those are like the only 2 things that applied. And so I wasn't quite sure. I was like, well, what are we going to do with like wisdom and luck? And I was like trying to figure out different ways. And I was like, well, if you increase your luck, like maybe it has this one certain effect. And I was just like, it didn't feel fun. Go into the Inkwell cheered 5 bits. One day people are going to be making videos on cut content from this game. I'm calling it now.
That is possible. That is possible. Because as of right now, like any old and new system is still kind of technically in the game. Like I have all the pictures in here from any system that I maybe used to have that I gutted. Yeah, like there's definitely things in here that I have removed from old systems, But like, here's the old like player info. This is what the player's info looked like at like the very early stages of the game. This is where your player image was. It showed your name, your level, your XP and your HP, and then you had this was back when your stats were dictated by the D20s. So, yeah, that was a very long time ago. Here's all the old intro text. Awaken, hero, your quest remains unfinished. Death is not the end, and I shall restore your life. The Black Mage Vercilias has kidnapped the heir to the throne and has taken them to his tomb. In your past life, you were the king's most trusted general and tasked with saving the heir. Things have gone awry in the tomb, but that's why I'm here, and I will ensure even death cannot stop you. Do you remember your name, or perhaps your previous form? Yeah, like that was the whole premise of the game, was you were actually the sole person coming into the tomb because Vercilias had kidnapped the princess, and you were coming in to basically save the princess from Vercilias. And then the idea was,
that's a boss.
I know, right? And then anytime you died, you would essentially create a new character, and then any progress you had made previously, it would kind of stick, right? It's like monsters you had killed, items you had collected, those would all come back. But if there were like doors you'd opened, trapped you had disarmed, those would still stay how they were. And yeah, that was the premise of the game, was Vercilias was a known like evil villain who then kidnapped the princess, and you were just going in to save the princess. Like, that was the original story of Tomb of Vercilias, and it has changed since. So yeah, there's a lot in here. There's a lot in here that's like maybe has been gutted, maybe is still in here. Yeah, so it's good times indeed. Anywho, let's see here. So Moon, have you been keeping enjoying breaks and making games? I treat my own game dev like a regular job.
Going to the Inkwell cheered 5 bits. The villain has kidnapped the princess. Where have I heard that before, lol?
I know, right? Very original, very original. Which is why I was like, you know what? I do need to change the story just a little bit. Let's see, yeah, so I treat my own game dev like a regular job, Monday through Friday for coding and Saturday through Sunday for gaming. That is a good way to go. I really like that. Balance is definitely needed. I have been playing tons of Project Zomboid lately. Oh, I want to play that game so bad. It's like, I love zombie games. I love survival crafting games. And so I feel like Project Zomboid is like the perfect game for me. I just have never actually bought it and have never played it. So one of these days, though, I definitely will. Let's see here. Data miners, something. OMG. This is from devlog 2 or 3. That's ancient. Exactly. Yeah. It was a very long time ago that I introduced that old leveling system. Good times. What the?
Go into the Inkwell cheered 5 bits. If you love zombie games, why have you never played Resident Evil Moonwood? Gotcha.
That is a great point. I think it's mostly because, like, I love zombie games, but I'm not a huge fan of, like, the story-driven zombie games. Like, I like the idea of just being in, like, this large open world where I'm trying to survive the zombie apocalypse. Like, that's what I like most about zombie games, is when, yeah, where it's just, like, the open, like, survival-type games is what I like more. I have given... I'm trying to remember which remake it was. I think it was Resident Evil 2, the remake. I played the demo for like 2 hours. And that's all I've ever played. So maybe I should. I glanced over and saw Evil Moonwood. I wonder what that would be. Who knows? Let's see here. It's an RPG. RPGs need status effects. That's a good point as well. Yeah, without status effects, it's like, what kind of an RPG actually is this? I might get back into game dev when I finish my C# book. Not a bad idea, Tillo. In a Super Mario Bros. Clone I made 10 years ago, the player characters were 2 sisters, and they saved Princess Kiwi, their pet bird. I like that. I like it. It wasn't revealed until right at the end to mess with people. That's honestly kind of what I'm doing, what I want to do with the story of this game, is there's going to be a big twist at the end that hopefully most people won't see coming. But then hopefully when you go back and look at all the side quests and stuff like that, I want it to be that kind of story where it's like you have maybe an inkling of what might be happening, but it's not till the end that you actually get it.
Keep working on the game Moonwood or Godzilla will walk out of the ocean.
That's true. We definitely will keep working on it so that Godzilla will not show up. I glanced over and saw Evil Moonwood. In the style of Wario and Waluigi, I present Moonwood games. Exactly. I bought most of the games, low-key, yet to play any of them besides 7 and 2. I mean, I've heard they are good. I just need to actually give them a try. Go, Godzilla! No, please, Godzilla. Don't do it. Don't do it. Speaking of continuing to work, though, I think we're probably going to call it there, because, again, I had a very, very event-filled weekend. It was a great weekend, but it was a very long and tiring weekend. And so I am just exhausted. So yeah, so even despite all of the issues we had at the very beginning of the stream, I think we're probably going to call it there. And yeah, so I mean, we did get some good stuff done, and I'm going to continue working on some stuff before the next stream. But yeah, I just, my brain is so tired. I don't think I'm going to be able to continue and actually be able to get a good amount of work done. But yeah, so next time we will probably, I'm going to see if I can work a little bit on like items and maybe a perk in the off stream, off the stream. Hey, wait a second.
Cameron Reap says,
what is it?
The night is good. Sleep well and work hard.
I appreciate that, Cameron. Ink says, wait. What is it? What is it? What do we got? What do we got? Am I missing something? I perk. Don't worry, Dazu. We will definitely get that.
Going to the Inkwelch eared 65 bits. Just gonna dump these if you're gonna end the stream.
What the Ink? Thank you so much for the bits. Holy smokes, that is absolutely fantastic. 65 bits is wonderful. I do appreciate that, so thank you. But but Autumn, what are we going on about? What am I waiting for now? Well, I'm gonna go see you, Animator. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you on the
Rooney has been super chatted
Tuesday
up by
stream.
Tillo9511. Goodney IGGGGHHHHTTT.
Tillo, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. You are too kind. You're too kind. I do appreciate it. Give me like 2 minutes. Okay, Autumn. You got 2 minutes. Autumn. I guess we'll continue to look over. Yeah, because Dazu, we still have right here. We've got Dazu's Feather of Healing, which we will be getting added. I guess we could do your feather on the Tuesday stream. We do that as well. I'm probably not going to work on that off stream. That way we can actually make it on stream. That way, if you have like any suggestions as I'm making it, you can like let me know. Hey, change this, do that, all that sort of fun stuff. Actually, here's what we should do really quickly while we're waiting. For Autumn, we are going to pull this over. I should have just done this earlier. We're going to go to Documents, GitHub, Tomb of Vercilias, Images, Pictures. We're going to go to Item. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of all of these guys. Because all of these guys, like freaking, oh my gosh. Yeah, like look at these guys compared to these guys. Like that compared to that. Oh, it just looks so much better. And then especially that one compared to that one. Oh. Yeah, way better. Way better.
_falls_ today says, alright, good night everyone. Love you all, mwah. Take care of yourselves. Go to bed. Be nice to yourself. Push yourself. You're amazing.
I see now, Autumn. I see. Cameron's still the TTS. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like 2 minutes seems very specific. I was like, what? Why are we actually waiting? That makes a lot more sense. Way more sense. Well, while we're doing this anyway, I'm just gonna come in here and we are going to do this anyway. So I apologize that you used the text to speech and now I'm still going. That is my bad. That is my bad. But don't worry. It's going to be a really quick thing. So we are going to do a little bit of this, and we're going to save this one as item 1. Save that. There we go. I'm going to close that. I think if we just recolor these, that should feel pretty good. But yeah, I promise I'm not leading everybody on saying that like, oh, I'm going to cancel out of the stream, and then I'm still here. I promise we're going to be leaving. I just need to get all these in here. Here we go. So item 102. And then last but not least, put this in here. LMAO, hey Moonwood, you're amazing. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wait, second wind is real. No. I have not hit my second wind. I was like trying to find something simple and quick that I could do, which was basically just the recoloring of these, then get these saved over the old ones. Holy glaze. Hi, Brian. Stream's almost done. LML. Oh, hey, Brian. Hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Bummer. Yeah, I apologize. Yeah, I had a very event-filled weekend, which basically just severely exhausted me. And so I was like trying to maybe get slightly further along in the stream, but yeah, I'm very exhausted. So I'm like, you know what? We made it about 2 hours into the stream, technically about almost 2.5. If you don't consider the blue screening that we had in the very beginning of the stream. If you don't consider that, we've made it almost 2.5 hours, but because we did have a blue screen previously, not so much. But anyway, so if we come in here and we just do a little bit of that, then we should be able to check on the items. Oh man, oh yeah, I can feel it. I can feel the tiredness coming on. Oh, that looks so much better. Holy smokes, those look so much better than the old items. Wow, the old healing potions compared to these ones, so much better. Holy smokes. Okay, well, now that I'm not testing them anymore, I should be able to come in here and set this up to 111. So we now should have. Oh my gosh, the freaking ads just started playing, like literally as I'm about to end the stream. Yeah, that is miles better. Yeah, I agree, Dazu. I agree. Yeah, way better. Like that heavy feeling you get behind your eyes. Kinda, yeah. Yeah, that like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I just, like, I'm trying to like think of how to best explain it. But yeah, it's just like a very, like my eyes feel very heavy. My body just like feels just exhausted. So. But anyway, yeah, so Bryant, I apologize that you're coming in right as we're about to end. But honestly, I feel like the item, like the inventory, is looking so much more, just like, it's more colorful because there's like more items now in here. So yeah, it's good times. It's good. Yeah, even the Dr. Pepper is not enough to keep me up and alive and at 'em. So that's how you know what's bad. Like, even though I'm sitting here sipping this Dr. Pepper, I'm sure I'm going to put my head down and I'm just going to be out like a light in like 2 seconds. So anyway, yeah, so I do feel like things are looking, they're looking up, things are looking good, things are looking better, and yeah, we've got the freaking status effect now that we can take poison damage. Oh, it's feeling good. So as long as I don't add any other crazy system, I think we should be good. You're sipping it, that's the problem. I mean, that's a good point. I guess if I were to chug the rest of this thing, it probably would help quite a bit. I'm not trying to stay awake now at this point, though. If I really wanted to stay awake, I would have gone upstairs and I would have grabbed like a Red Bull or something. That's what I should have done if I wanted to stay awake for this whole thing. Ooh, dang it. That blasted soft hand. Anyway, all right, cool. Well, yeah, I think we're going to call it there. Yeah, this has been, oh yeah, I forgot I have the Spike Pauldron. That's why he's taking damage. I was like, why is he taking damage? Because of the Spike Pauldron. Good times. All right, everybody. Well, yeah, I'm going to go get some sleep. This has been an absolute blast of a time. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to figure out what's going on with my fan. Maybe I'll just like move one of my case fans over to my CPU and see what happens there. I don't know if it's a fan thing or if it's maybe it's, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out though. So anyway, hope you all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. I will see you all on the Tuesday stream. So until then, good luck, take care, and yeah, we'll see you then. Goodbye.